Hey guys, welcome back to Sun Crypto. In today's content, we'll talk about BTC. We'll talk about BTC regarding the current correction we got and what type of price action we could expect over the next like a few hours and so on, right? Or even like a few days, right? So when we take a look at BTC on the 7-day cycle, what we said, regarding the 7-day cycle was like we just need to close above 63.3. So we got the job done. Price action closed just about like a 64.8, even though we got a big rejection. If you take a look at it right there, we pump all the way up to like a 69 and dump right back down to retail support, right? As you can see, we got a nice nearly 10% dump, right? Price action dump all the way down to like a low 62. And on the low degree, we can definitely see the correction, but on the high time frame, we can see like the we can't see the flat correction and all that good stuff, right? It is just correcting on the low degree. We will talk about it in a minute, right? So what I'm looking at right now on the 7-day cycle is like we're still bullish. Okay, price action on the 7D, it is still extremely bullish. As you can see right here, back in back in December, right? December 2020, as soon as we got the breakout right here, what happened was like we broke out all the way up to nearly 65K and so on, right? So we got the breakout from like a 20K and pump all the way up to just about like a 63, right? So as you can see right here, right? We also got the 7-day cycle breakout. The breakout is not that big. Yes, we did not get a full body candle, right? But it is still a good breakout. 10% to 13% weekly breakout. It is still great. Okay, we're not getting yet a 27 to a 28% breakout like we had right around like a late July, or the breakout we got back in October 1st, right there. We also got a nice 27% breakout. That's what I'm anticipating over the next like a few days and so on, if we can just stay above like a 63.3 over the next like a few days and so on, right? If we take a look at it on the low degree, we only basically we only need to stay above 60K, even though we could get a short-term low volatility all the way down to like even like a 58, because 58 was our previous support right there back in like October 27. You guys remember when BTC was dumping right here? What I said was like we're going to get support at the 6-hour 100 EMA. Let's take a look at it right here. So what we said back then was like the 6-hour 100 EMA going to be our biggest support area we need to keep an eye on. And guess what? We just dump right at it, right? And now we could violate it over the next like a few days. If we dump with a high volume, we could possibly break get a breakout below the 6-hour 100 EMA and dump down to the blue box right here, which is going to be somewhere around like a 60k, or even down to like a 58 if we get a wick to the downside. As you can see right here, we got a wick to the downside. So if we're going to get another wick to the downside, we could still retest the 58 59K area. So that's the most I can see in the short term, right? We will see over the next like a few days if bear is going to be strong enough even to dump it below 60K, okay? Because the overall trend, it is still bullish. We already got a 7-day cycle closing above 63.3. So the move we got right here, it is nothing but a short-term correction. And if you guys remember, back in late December, we talked about like Ethereum, how we got our Ethereum flat correction between like a 700 all the way up to 750. And what happened was like we traded it from $700 all the way up to 1330. Okay, a nice long position, because we recognize the pattern, and that's the same exact pattern we could potentially create right here. It is not guaranteed. Once again, it is going to retest the absolute low right there, says 58. So I wouldn't be panicking even if we retest like a 60K. Okay, it is going to be a nice 5 to a 7% drop if we basically even like a 8% drop if we retest like a 58 and all that good stuff. But we will see over the next like a few days. So keep an eye on BTC. The overall trend, it is still up. So we just corrected. Okay, we just corrected. So if you take a look at Ethereum right here, after we retested just about like a 750, what happened was like we pumped all the way up to like a 1350. Okay, nearly 100% move. So if we're going to expect like another 100% move from BTC, guys, bang. So if we take a look at it right there, okay, if we're going to get another 100% move, That's going to take us over 100K, right? Right there, nearly like 120K if the move is strong enough, right? So now let's take a look at it on a 3D basis. So if we take a look at it on a 3D basis, it is just correcting, okay? So we got our 3D 21 EMA just about like a 57.5, which is just below the, the short-term correction we just talked about regarding the 58 support, right? So bulls, it doesn't matter how you want to look at it. Bulls, they're still in control over the next they could be in control over the next like a few days and so on, right? So the trend, it is nothing but a short-term correction, okay? Short-term correction, and we could basically blast off over the next like a few days and so on, right? If we take a look at the MACD right here, nothing crazy, okay? Price action is making high highs, okay? MACD, it is making high highs, so I don't see anything bearish regarding the MACD. Yes, bears, they could be, saying like we got a bearish divergence right here. We got a bearish divergence right there, but we're still not negative yet on our MACD. So we still need to wait for the next like a few days to see if price action going to break out below the 21 EMA. If we break out below the 21 EMA, we're going to be like, oops, it is time to be cautious and all that good stuff, because MACD could be crossing negative and we could get like a low volatility to the downside, right? So that's all I wanted to cover for BTC. The trend, it is still up. Okay, we could be breaking out within the next like a few days and so on, right? All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching.